folio was not hidden. That was the first mistake everyone made. It sat in the Vatican Archives for centuries, shelved under theological commentary. Its spine stamped with a harmless Latin title suggesting a meditation on resurrection and voice. No locks, no warnings. Just another aging manuscript among miles of parchment and dust. It was only discovered because a junior librarian was tasked with restoring water damage after a burst pipe. When she opened the folio, she expected sermons. What she found instead were diagrams. Not illustrations. Schematics. Carefully drawn mirrors arranged in a circular chamber. Angled surfaces labeled with measurements. Arrows indicating the movement of sound. And handwritten notes in the margins that blended scripture with instruction. Words do not die, one line read. They remain, pressed into stone, waiting to be called back. The text claimed that speech spoken near death, especially in sealed tombs, left an impression. An echo not carried by air, but by the stone itself. The mirrors were meant to retrieve it. A device not to hear the living, but to replay the past. The librarian flagged the folio for review. That was the second mistake. Within hours, access logs show senior archivists arriving without notice. By the end of the day, the folio was removed. The restoration request was voided. The librarian was reassigned, but not before she took photographs. The paranoia begins with what the diagrams imply. This was not a metaphor. The annotations include material lists. Polished obsidian, silvered glass, limestone chambers of specific dimensions, instructions for placement beneath basilicas and crypts. One sketch is labeled simply Vox Martyrum, the voice of the martyrs. Another note references a test conducted beneath a sealed tomb in Rome. The result is described as successful but intolerable. The text does not say what was heard. Historians later noted that the handwriting matches that of a 13th century cleric associated with the early Vatican library. A man tasked with cataloging forbidden texts. A man who abruptly vanished from church records. Even more unsettling is a passage near the end of the folio, written in a different hand, centuries later. The mirrors must remain covered. The echoes grow clearer with time. Why would the church preserve such a document at all? Some believe the answer lies in control. Confession is central to faith. So is testimony. What if the church discovered a way to retrieve final words? Dying truths? Heresies whispered in sealed chambers? What if absolution was not the only thing being recorded? There are rumors of restricted chambers beneath the Vatican, rooms that are never photographed. Rooms lined with reflective stone. Maintenance logs that reference acoustic calibration with no explanation. Officially, the Vatican denies the existence of the folio. Unofficially, several archivists have resigned following inquiries about mirror texts. As for the librarian, she no longer works in Rome. She claims that after the discovery, she began hearing faint voices in quiet rooms, words she could not place, languages she did not know. She believes the mirrors were not meant to record sound. They were meant to listen back. And if that is true, then the most dangerous secrets in the world may not be hidden in locked vaults, but trapped in stone, waiting for someone to build the right apparatus and ask the wrong question.